Have you ever looked at a pile of old junk sitting in your backyard and thought, I really need to throw this stuff away? What if I told you that pile of so-called junk is actually sitting on top of a gold mine of backyard transformation ideas that people across America are using right now to create outdoor spaces so stunning that their neighbors literally stop and stare from the sidewalk? According to a 2024 report from the National Association of Landscape Professionals, Americans spent over $47 billion on outdoor living improvements last year alone. But here's what that report didn't tell you. A growing number of homeowners are creating the most jaw-dropping backyard transformations, not by spending thousands at Home Depot, but by looking at what they already own with completely fresh eyes. Today I'm going to walk you through surprising backyard decor ideas made entirely from reused items. And I promise you by the time we're done, you will never look at an old tire, a broken ladder, or a cracked ceramic pot the same way again. And stick around because idea number 67 is something so unexpected that most people genuinely cannot believe it started as trash. Let's start with the thing most American families have the most of sitting around doing absolutely nothing: old wooden pallets. Now, before you roll your eyes because you've seen pallet furniture before, I want you to hear what people are actually building with these things that goes way beyond a basic bench. A family in rural Georgia stacked 12 pallets vertically along a chain-link fence, filled the slat gaps with soil, planted cascading petunias and sweet potato vine in every opening, and created a living wall that completely hid an ugly property boundary and became the centerpiece of their entire backyard. Total cost, $0. The pallets came from a local furniture store that was throwing them away, and the plants came from cuttings off plants they already owned. Now here's where it gets even more interesting. Those same pallets, when laid flat and sealed with outdoor polyurethane, become the base of an outdoor sectional sofa that costs anywhere from $2,000 to $4,000 at a retailer like Restoration Hardware, but can be built at home for under $80 in cushions and hardware. Are you starting to see what I mean when I say your backyard might already have everything it needs? Now let's talk about something that almost every American household has at least 2 or 3 of sitting in the garage collecting dust: old metal buckets, watering cans, and tin containers of every size. Here's what the most creative homeowners are doing with them that you have probably never seen. A woman in Portland, Oregon took 14 old galvanized metal buckets she found at flea markets for 50 cents each, drilled drainage holes in the bottom of each one, planted them with lavender, rosemary, and trailing thyme, and hung them at varying heights along a wooden pergola she built from tree branches she trimmed from her own yard. The result looked like something out of a Pottery Barn catalog. But here's the detail that made it go viral when she posted it. She painted each bucket a slightly different shade of the same color family, creating an ombre effect that cost her less than 1 can of spray paint. Could you do that this weekend? Absolutely. And you probably already have half of what you need sitting right there in your garage. Speaking of garages, let's talk about old car parts, because this is where things get genuinely surprising, and where a lot of people in the American DIY community are doing things that stop conversations. Old truck bed inserts made from wood have been transformed into raised garden beds that are already the perfect depth for root vegetables. Vintage hubcaps are being mounted on fences and painted in bright colors to create retro garden art installations that look like they belong in a modern art gallery. Old engine blocks, and yes, I said engine blocks, are being used as incredibly unique and indestructible planters for succulents and cacti because the metal cavities and crevices create natural planting pockets. A man in Texas turned an entire rusted engine block into a succulent garden that now sits at the entrance of his backyard patio. And the response every time someone sees it for the first time is always the same. They think it's something he bought from a specialty boutique for hundreds of dollars. He paid nothing because it was already sitting in his driveway. Do you have something like that just waiting to be reimagined? Now I want to tell you about one of the most affordable and most impactful transformations you can make in any backyard. And it starts with something most people throw away without a second thought: wine bottles. Specifically, empty glass wine bottles pushed neck down into the soil along a garden border. When the sun hits those bottles at the right angle, especially green and blue glass, the light refracts in a way that looks genuinely magical. In the American Southwest, this is actually a traditional landscaping technique with roots going back generations, and it's experiencing a massive revival. But wine bottles are just the beginning of what glass can do in your outdoor space. Mason jars hung from shepherd's hooks with tea light candles inside create an outdoor lighting effect that professional event decorators charge thousands of dollars to recreate. Old glass insulators, those antique ceramic and glass pieces that used to be on telephone poles and are still found at flea markets and estate sales for $1 or $2 each, are being used as garden pathway markers, fence toppers, and plant stands. And here's the thing about glass and outdoor decor that most people don't realize. It actually improves with weathering. The slight frosting that develops on outdoor glass over time makes it look more beautiful, not less. So you're literally creating something that gets better the longer you leave it outside. Let's shift to something that involves an item currently sitting in the backyard of approximately 35 million American homes right now. Old tires. And I know, you've seen the tire planter, you've seen the tire swing. But have you seen what a stack of 5 tires wrapped in rope and painted white looks like as an outdoor side table next to a patio chair? It looks like something from a coastal boutique hotel. Have you seen what happens when you take a large tractor tire, fill it with sand, and add a simple wooden frame around it? You have a backyard sandbox for kids that cost you essentially nothing and will last for 15 years. Have you seen the tire garden walls that homeowners in the Pacific Northwest are building by stacking tires, filling them with soil, and planting them on steep hillsides to create terraced garden beds that also prevent erosion? These aren't just cute DIY projects. These are functional landscape solutions that civil engineers charge significant money to design, being executed by regular homeowners with materials that were literally headed for the landfill. And we haven't even gotten to the really wild ideas yet. Keep watching because an upcoming idea involves something in your kitchen right now that you would never in a million years think belongs in a backyard, and yet it looks absolutely incredible when it gets there. Let's talk about wood, specifically the wood that most people don't think of as material. Driftwood, fallen branches, stumps, and old fence boards. A woman in North Carolina collected driftwood from a local creek bed over the course of several weekends, brought it home, and used it to build a freestanding privacy screen for her patio that looks like a piece of sculptural art. No 2 pieces were the same size or shape, and that irregularity is exactly what makes it beautiful. Old fence boards that have been weathered gray by the sun are one of the most sought-after aesthetic materials in farmhouse and coastal outdoor design right now. If your old fence is coming down, do not throw those boards away. Stack them, let them dry completely, and you have the raw material for raised planters, wall art, window boxes, and pathway edging that designers and influencers are paying premium prices for at salvage yards. And tree stumps, large ones left from cut trees, are being transformed into things that will genuinely make your jaw drop. Carved into natural chairs with a chainsaw and some basic woodworking knowledge, they become one-of-a-kind outdoor seating. Hollowed out slightly and filled with soil, they become the most organic and beautiful planters you have ever seen. Set at different heights and topped with a round of tempered glass, they become an outdoor coffee table set that is completely unique on Earth, because there is no other tree stump exactly like yours anywhere. Now here's something that gets into an area most people wouldn't immediately consider backyard decor, and that's vintage furniture. Specifically the old furniture that families put out for the trash or sell at garage sales for $5 because it's water damaged, rusted, or broken. Here's what the smartest decorators in America are doing with that furniture. An old iron headboard from a bed frame becomes a stunning garden trellis when stood upright and anchored in the ground. Morning glories, clematis, and climbing roses thread through the ironwork, and in one single growing season, that headboard disappears into a living structure of flowers that becomes the most photographed corner of the entire backyard. Old wooden dressers with the drawers pulled out at varying levels and filled with potting soil become cascading tiered planters that are both functional and completely eye-catching. A rusted old chandelier hung from a tree branch and filled with small potted air plants or moss balls creates an outdoor lighting installation that guests assume cost a fortune. And here's what makes this idea even better. The rust and the weathering that made people throw these things away in the first place is now considered the most desirable aesthetic quality in outdoor vintage decor. You are literally finding value where everyone else saw a problem. Are you still with me? Good, because we are about to get into some ideas that are going to seem absolutely out of left field until I explain the finished result. And then you're going to completely understand why people are obsessed with them. Let's talk about old kitchen colanders, the big metal strainer bowls used for draining pasta. Hang one from a porch ceiling, line it with coconut fiber, fill it with trailing plants like string of pearls or Burrow's tail succulents, and you have a hanging planter that is so charming and so unexpected that every single person who sees it asks where you bought it. A colander costs 50 cents at any thrift store. The coconut liner costs $2. The plant, a few dollars more. For under $10 total, you have a piece of porch decor that looks like it came from an artisan shop, selling it for $65. Old cast iron skillets hung on exterior fence boards become rustic wall art that weathers beautifully and fits perfectly into the farmhouse aesthetic that remains one of the most popular outdoor design styles in the country. And yes, here's idea number 52 that I promised you earlier. Old kitchen graters, the box ones used for shredding cheese, placed over a small candle or a solar-powered LED puck, cast the most extraordinary lace-like pattern of light across a patio surface in the evening. It looks like something a theatrical lighting designer would create. It is literally a kitchen grater and a candle. The gap between what something is and what it looks like it is, that is where all of these ideas live. Let's spend a moment on water features because nothing transforms a backyard atmosphere more dramatically than the sound and sight of moving water. And the creative reuse community has figured out how to create them for almost nothing. An old clawfoot bathtub buried into a garden bed with the drain left open to control the water level becomes a small pond that can support water lilies, goldfish, and water hyacinth. Old whiskey barrels cut in half and sealed become self-contained water gardens that sit on patios and require no plumbing whatsoever. An old washing machine drum, that perforated stainless steel inner cylinder, placed on a simple stone base with a small recirculating pump, creates a fountain that looks architectural and intentional. The kind of thing you'd see in a boutique hotel courtyard. Because the perforations create a veil of falling water that is genuinely beautiful. And vintage galvanized water troughs, the kind used for watering livestock on farms and still found at farm auctions across the Midwest and South for $20 to $40, are being transformed into the most popular raised garden beds and even backyard hot tub alternatives you can imagine. In fact, a stock tank pool, a large galvanized livestock trough filled with water, a filter, and a simple pump, has become one of the most searched backyard DIY projects in America for 3 consecutive years running according to Pinterest trend data. And it all started with something that was never meant to go anywhere near a suburban backyard. Now let's talk about lighting, because the way a backyard looks in the evening is completely different from how it looks during the day. And the right lighting can make even a very simple outdoor space feel like an enchanted escape. And you do not need expensive string lights from a big box store to achieve that effect. Old mason jars, painted on the inside with a thin wash of colored paint and fitted with a small solar-powered LED, become luminaries that line a garden path in a way that is genuinely magical on a summer evening. Old tin cans with holes punched in patterns using a nail and hammer become lanterns that cast star-field patterns of light across outdoor walls and ceilings. Wine corks soaked in rubbing alcohol and placed in small terracotta saucers burn for hours as natural candles that also repel mosquitoes. Old baby food jars collected over time become a cluster of tiny hanging lights when grouped together on a simple wire frame hung from a pergola or tree branch. And here's something that will genuinely change how you think about outdoor evening spaces. Old mirrors. Even small, old, thrifted mirrors placed strategically among garden plants and along fence lines reflect the ambient light of the evening in a way that makes a space feel twice as large and completely otherworldly. In Japan, there's an entire garden design philosophy built around the use of reflective surfaces in outdoor spaces. Americans are discovering it by accident when they put a thrifted mirror in the garden and can't stop looking at how beautiful it made everything feel. Let's not overlook the ground itself because what you put underfoot in a backyard is just as important as what you put at eye level. And there are some incredible reuse ideas happening at ground level that most people walk right past. Broken concrete, which most homeowners pay to have hauled away when they renovate a driveway or walkway, is being repurposed as what landscape designers call urbanite, used to build retaining walls, stepping stone paths, and tiered garden terraces. The rough, irregular edges that make it look like rubble when it's stacked flat become a feature when it's arranged artfully. Old wine corks glued together and sealed with outdoor polyurethane create an incredibly beautiful circular stepping stone that is genuinely soft underfoot and adds color and texture to a garden path. Vintage ceramic tiles, even broken ones, arranged in a mosaic pattern and set in concrete, Create stepping stones and garden borders that look like they belong in a Mediterranean villa. And here's one that almost nobody thinks of. Old textbooks, sealed completely in waterproof epoxy resin and stacked, become the most conversation-starting outdoor side table you have ever seen. Because the spines of the books remain visible through the clear resin and people spend 20 minutes reading the titles and asking you about them. It is functional outdoor furniture that doubles as a story about who you are. We're getting close to the end of our list, and I want to make sure I tell you about a category of reused materials that is creating some of the most beautiful backyard transformations happening right now in communities all across America. And that category is fabric. Old quilts, canvas tarps, vintage curtains, worn-out denim, and even burlap coffee sacks are being used outdoors in ways that are both beautiful and surprisingly durable. Large old quilts hung between two posts on a sunny day create a colorful outdoor room divider that gives privacy to a patio without the permanence of a fence. Burlap coffee sacks, available free from local coffee roasters who would otherwise throw them away, become planters, pathway edging, chair covers, and even outdoor rugs when layered and treated with a water-resistant spray. Old denim jeans stuffed firmly with newspaper and soil, tied off at the ankles, and planted with trailing flowers in the waistband opening, become one of the most whimsical and talked about garden art pieces you can imagine. And vintage tablecloths used as outdoor canopy fabric, draped over a simple frame, create a boho outdoor dining space that looks like it belongs in a lifestyle magazine spread. The key with fabric outdoors is sealing it properly and embracing the natural weathering as part of the aesthetic. What starts as a bit faded becomes beautifully patinated. What starts as slightly worn becomes charmingly rustic. And finally, because I promised you lots of ideas, and I want to make sure you walk away from this video with your mind absolutely full of possibility, let's close with a category that ties everything together. And that's the art of combining reused materials in unexpected ways to create something that looks intentional, designed, and beautiful, precisely because it is made from the stories of things that already lived a life. A chandelier made from old spoons bent into hooks and mounted on a driftwood base. A wall garden built from old wooden window frames mounted on a fence and fitted with small shelves for potted plants. A fire pit ring made from old brick saved from a demolished chimney, surrounded by tree stump seating and lit by mason jar lanterns hanging from the branches above. An outdoor kitchen counter built from stacked concrete blocks and topped with reclaimed barnwood, fitted with an old farmhouse sink bought for $30 from an architectural salvage yard. A children's playhouse built almost entirely from pallets, with a window made from an old picture frame fitted with a piece of acrylic and a roof made from corrugated tin saved from a shed demolition. Each one of these spaces tells a story. Each one of these spaces is completely unique, and each one of them exists because someone looked at something old, something broken, something unwanted, and instead of seeing trash, they saw potential. Here's what I want you to take away from everything we covered today. The most beautiful backyards in America are not the ones with the biggest budgets. They are the ones with the most creativity, the most personal story, and the most willingness to look at what already exists and ask the question, what could this become? The trends are pointing in exactly this direction. Sustainability is not a buzzword anymore. It is the most admired quality in home design. Uniqueness is not just appreciated, it is what people are desperately seeking in a world full of mass-produced everything. And the skills involved in reusing and reimagining materials, the seeing, the making, the problem-solving, are skills that make you more resourceful, more creative, and honestly more fulfilled every single time you use them. So go look at your backyard right now with brand new eyes. Look at what's already there. Look at what's in your garage, your basement, your recycling bin. And ask yourself, what could this become? Because I promise you, the answer is going to surprise you. If this video gave you even one idea that excited you, leave it in the comments below because I read every single one and your idea might inspire the next video. Hit subscribe because every week we bring you more creative, practical, and genuinely surprising ideas for making your home and your outdoor space exactly what you've always wanted it to be. Now go make something beautiful